Hi, everyone, and welcome back. Starting off another week. This the very last one for April of 2020. And looking back on the weather and, of course, the pandemic, I'm not having a hard time letting this one go. We're going to look ahead to your forecast for the first weekend in May, which is looking pretty nice in all actuality. But April's still got a few bumps in the road before we get there. We'll have those for you in more detail in just a few moments. Before I get into the rest of tonight's show, I'm hoping this show is working well. One of my primary objectives, going back many, many years ago, when you're all by yourself, technologically and in all other aspects, things are a little harder to make happen. And tonight is eliminating one more step, uh, technically, in bringing you the show each and every weeknight, which should cut down on being late. Sometimes it's late breaking news that puts me a few minutes late. Sometimes it's some other technical reasons and issues as of late, trying to keep up with, of course, the eating updates from our governor in regards to the pandemic. And streamlining that just a bit to eliminate a step in the process, taking something out that's not computerized. Today's the first run at it. I hope it went well. Bear with me over the next few days, as I've spent literally since 9 o'clock this morning till 4:30 beating my head against that brick wall, as they say, until it finally started to work. It appeared to work okay. So I might be adjusting audio, digital, video feeds for the next few nights, so please bear with us. Local headlines tonight will include birthday wishes, not like we do most every night on our calendar, mind you. A missing teenager in Johnson County and a host of other news and information. I do have an update from Mayor and Public Health Director Pete Shepard, who tells me that a number of 17 tests that were sent in over the course of the weekend and since I saw you late last week have been returned. And we are still one of now, I believe it is only 11 counties in the Commonwealth without any confirmed COVID-19 cases. And of course, we'll talk about Floyd and Pike counties in just a few seconds. But just off the phone with the mayor just a few seconds ago, literally no cases again today in McFarland County. Now, tomorrow, they are hosting, as I spoke to you just briefly about on Friday, a special event at the Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center. They're going to have a parade of sorts, not of sorts, they're having a parade. It has been, I can't imagine how tough it's been for residents and for families of their residents to not be able to go and visit them. And that's not changing anytime in the very, very near future, obviously. I'm assuming weeks at least. But nevertheless, tomorrow is a different occasion. They're having a parade, and here's how it's going to work. Any friends or family, anyone who wants to visit with someone from a bit of a distance, someone who is currently living in the Sagersville Nursing and Rehabilitation Center, you need to gather in the IGA parking lot tomorrow from 1 till 2. Stay in your cars, and then starting at 2, they're going to pull those individuals out. There will be traffic control. Take them down the right-hand lane on Parkway Drive, one car at a time. Pull them into the parking area there where all of the residents that want to participate and can will be spread out sparsely and safely, and one car at a time will be able to drive through. I suspect roll the windows down from a distance and have a small brief chat with your friends or loved ones, and they'll continue to keep that parade of traffic going through and in the parking lot and out, and then turning right and going right up on Parkway Drive and towards the Parkway, and from there you can circle back home or wherever you need to go. But we hope it goes well. We'll, of course, have a camera there for at least a little of it tomorrow. It starts at 2 o'clock. You start lining up at the Sagersville IGA at 1. Yeah, Floyd County over the weekend confirmed 4 new cases on Saturday, and those all were individuals who are said to be showing no symptoms, totally asymptomatic. 1, a police officer, 1, also a firefighter, just tested as testing is starting to become more commonplace. No symptoms at all, but asymptomatic, all being isolated at home. That brought Floyd County up to 10 confirmed cases over the weekend, and today make it 11 as of earlier, when an employee at the Food City in Prestonsburg has now been confirmed to have tested positive. Also asymptomatic, no symptoms, just tested and confirmed. And they are advising that if you were in the deli of the Prestonsburg Food City over the course of Saturday and had a prolonged contact with anyone who worked in the deli, well, you need to be tested, and you need to self-monitor your signs for symptoms of the virus and be tested if you can. That employee did work for about 5 hours on Saturday. They have since done a very thorough cleansing of the facility. It's back open. No risk, they believe, no great risk to public health. But if you were as I've talked to a few people who were in the Food City store over the course of the weekend, not necessarily at that time, but specifically Saturday, over the course of about 5 hours, you want to certainly heed those cautions. Pike County also over the course of the weekend confirming another case, actually 3 new cases, a 23-year-old woman and then 2 folks in their 70s, 74 and 77, a man and a woman respectively. We also know that the Good Shepherd Nursing Home has confirmed that one of the 3, the 23-year-old, is a nurse at the facility who actually lives in Virginia but works there and is, of course, doing well and under home isolation. Again, here in McFarland County, somehow we are still managing to stay in that 0 category. It's going to change. When exactly, of course, no one knows, but I'll, of course, be letting you know if, and more than likely when, it does. I'll be right back with more headlines. A message from the Frasers Prater Drugstore and Seasonal Shop families. Prater Drug wants you to know that you can now call, use Facebook, or use our Refill RX app to get your prescriptions refilled. And the drugstore also has designated curbside pickup parking in front of and behind the store. Simply call 349-3135. And at the Seasonal Shop, they're still posting new arrivals and taking orders with free shipping on most everything anywhere in the entire United States. And they're offering scheduled curbside pickup. Just message them on Facebook, Instagram, or email at seasonalshop@yahoo.com. Frasers Prater Drugstore and the Seasonal Shop says let's all do what we can to help and protect our neighbors and loved ones. Come to Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville and get your prescriptions filled, your over-the-counter medications, and immune system boosters, all from the safety and comfort of your own vehicle, either in their drive-thru or with their new curbside service. You can also call ahead or just download the MyGNP app, that's Good Neighbor Pharmacy, and refill and manage your prescriptions right from your device, helping you and yours stay healthy and safe. Parkway Pharmacy in Sagersville, 349-4400. Times have changed, now and suddenly more than ever. Our lobbies might be closed, but the Sagersville National Bank wants to remind our customers that we're still here, we're still working to provide our community with as many services as possible. During this time especially, we encourage all of our customers to take advantage of all the options we offer to manage your accounts from the convenience of your home. 24-hour internet banking and bill pay, 24-hour telephone banking, remote deposit, automatic loan payments, and wire transfers are also still available to our customers. And we're still here during our normal hours. Mondays through Fridays, the main drive-thru is open from 8 until 3, and the branch drive-thru is open from 8 until 5. And the branch drive-thru is also open on weekends, Saturdays 8 until noon, with ATMs available 24/7 at both locations.
With the power to bring us together even when we're far apart, we keep families connected. We are you. We are Appalachian Wireless.
Car accidents don't stop. Accidents at work don't stop. Disability and SSI cases don't stop. Your legal needs and concerns don't stop for the coronavirus, and neither does McFarland Tinker. They are open, able to schedule appointments per CDC guidelines, and always available for telephone and video conferences. Please, be safe, be smart, stay home, and don't let your legal needs fall victim to the pandemic. Call McFarland Tinker and let them take care of them for you. This is Alani. Alani is the pet of the week at the Johnson County Animal Shelter, and she is absolutely a 1-year-old cuddle bug who loves to play and be petted, and she'd love to show you just how much love she has to give. And it's the perfect time to adopt right now, and the adoption fee is only $50, and that includes spay, rabies, flea, and dewormer treatments. Our Pet of the Week, sponsored by Dr. Tom Abel of Abel Eyes in Lexington, who wants to remind us all to stay safe, stay home, and his office will be back open before you know it. This from the Johnson County Sheriff's Department of Family issuing a plea for help in finding their teenager a young lady who left her residence last night and who has, as of airtime, not been seen since. I spoke with Johnson County Sheriff's Deputy Bill Meade just a few moments ago. Meade confirming that that department is still looking for any information and the whereabouts of 13-year-old Allison Honeycutt, whose parents issued this flyer over the course of the weekend in a plea to find her or any information that they can about her whereabouts, saying that their 13-year-old daughter, Allison, has been missing since last night around 7:30. They've given out their personal number at 265-7723 or are asking anyone with any information to as well contact the Johnson County Sheriff's Department. All this after Allison is said to have left her home in Sitka last night around 7 o'clock, wearing a green shirt and a black hoodie, described as being about 5'3" and about 230 pounds, with brownish hair. Deputies today were still trying to determine if she was alone or with someone else, but are asking for the public's help regardless. If you have any information, contact the Johnson County Sheriff's Department at 789-3411. Well, we most often have birthdays on our community calendar. I've got one prefacing the community calendar tonight. I love this. A big thanks to Nikki Gibson Fletcher for sharing her papa's birthday parade with me and allowing me to share it with you tonight. In a time of social distancing, which feels more like social isolation, we're all looking for some creative, albeit safe ways to have some contact with our loved ones. And parades have become a very popular choice. This one for a very popular, now 92-year-old fella, Kelly Reisner. Kelly was born April the 25th in 28 on Shoney Branch in Royalton and was, I am told, pretty completely surprised by the parade in his honor over the course of the weekend. His family tells me in some messages that it wasn't ideal, but it did have a great effect in keeping their beloved papa safe and surprising him as well, and having a little fun and creating some smiles for his birthday. Kelly, that's a pretty marvelous family you've got there. You did well, sir. Happy 92nd birthday to you. Happy birthday, Kelly Reisner.
Happy birthday, Pap!
Here come more.
To you, happy birthday, dear Papa. Happy birthday to you. Woo!
Now on to tonight's McFarland Farm Bureau Community Calendar. You still have time to find out more about becoming a foster parent. They're having 2 courses via the internet on Zoom. You just have to download the app and then email tamara.howard@ky.gov to let her know which one of the 2 sessions you want to be a part of, either tomorrow's or Friday's, both at 2. You just have to do one, and you can find out more via the app and via that presentation with them about becoming a foster parent and about changing a young person's life as well as your own. McFarland County Head Start still taking applications, as you saw, and then, of course, our Water into Wine food pantry as well, telling us with a reminder that starting at the 1st of next month, which is the end of this week, you have to have a pantry card or paper to get served, and if you don't have one, you can register your family by going and getting their app on your smartphone or device. The Apple Store or Android Store, the Lakefront Church of God app is listed under that. Get the app, and you can, of course, get registered, and then we'll remind you about pantry dates as they have them each Wednesday of the month most often. And then, of course, they have a senior day usually on Thursday, and we'll get you that schedule for the month of May in just a few days, as it's just a few days away. Our calendar is here for you every night. If you have something you want known and everyone else to know, birthdays and anniversaries too, tell us. And remember, we're always doing not always, we are now, after an absence of many, many years, free birth announcements, birthdays, anniversaries in the Sagersville Independent as well. Moving on, one funeral service announcement that's just come in from the Sagersville Funeral Home. They tell us that 41-year-old Timothy Lee Barnett of Far Middle Fork here in Sagersville passed away yesterday, the son of Larry and Rella Kraft Barnett. He's survived by sons Skylar Barnett, Chandler Barnett, and daughter Laura Lee Hughley, as well as a host of family and friends and loved ones. Of course, due to current restrictions, private graveside services are to be held in his honor. Contributions can be made to the Timothy Barnett Memorial Fund at the Sagersville Funeral Home.
Hello, this is Maria Brayman, and I'm the Chief Medical Officer for Appalachian Regional Healthcare. And I'm here to talk about when you seek care if you're concerned that you may have the COVID-19 virus. If you are otherwise healthy and would not have normally sought care, then stay home, isolate yourself. And isolate yourself means stay in one room with one bathroom, and do that until you're symptom-free for 3 days. If you're experiencing symptoms and would otherwise seek care, then call your physician first. And the symptoms you might be experiencing if it's COVID-19 include upper respiratory symptoms, a fever of 100.4 or greater, loss of taste or smell, and occasionally GI symptoms or stomach symptoms as well. If you feel you need urgent care, then please go to the emergency room. And if you have any additional questions, you can always go to the arhcovid19.com website to answer your questions.
Getting the best deal on the best tires with the best service has never been easier. Just log on to ConleyTire.net, check out the latest rebates, sales, and promotions, pick out the tires you want, and email, call, or come by. For huge savings from the family who's been proudly serving the area for over 32 years. Conley Tire in Staffordsville, 297-2424. They've been so popular, we're still running the $5 off coupons for the big family meal deals. And your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe wants to remind you that you can call ahead, prepay, or drive through, and rest assured that we are taking every precaution possible to keep our customers and our employees healthy, happy, and fed. And thank you for your patience and your patronage during these most difficult times. And to help make them a little easier, we're offering $5 off our 16-piece family pack and 20-piece family pack meal deals. That's 16 or 20 pieces of chicken any way you like it, and all the sides to feed all the family, all $5 off. All you need is the coupon out of this week's edition of the Sagersville Independent, and they're giving away free issues of the Sagersville Independent with every purchase. It's that simple. Only at your Sagersville Lee's Famous Recipe.
I'm Dr. Jason Zimmerman at Highlands ARH, the healthcare system of Appalachia.
AllPro understands that we are all just trying to make it through these most difficult of times, and they want you to know that they're here to help with any repairs or projects that you need done. Big or small, doesn't matter. They've got 0% financing for 18 months and long-term financing if you need it. If you need anything from a new gutter to a new house or a new garage, call AllPro Gutter Works and Construction, 349-9999. There is never a good time for a breakdown. They will happen, and your car at some point is going to need some repairs and maintenance. And Black Smoke Performance is open and here with professional, fast, safe service. And just in time for warm weather, they now have certified full air conditioning, diagnostics, and repair to keep you cool in whatever you drive. Black Smoke Performance, 349-8785. As we get ready to hear our daily update from the governor, worldwide 208,000 people have died from the coronavirus. 3 million have tested positive here in the United States. 55,000 people have died, and we're closing in on 1 million confirmed cases. The World Health Organization saying that the pandemic was far from over, expressing serious concern about our children. And of course, we are continuing to hear each and every day about the numbers actually being much larger than what we had expected or were thinking, in regards to a lot of folks having it, being asymptomatic, and just now starting to be tested and tested positive, with more testing becoming available. The latest break in the food chain comes from Tyson Foods, who says they're having to shut down operations temporarily at one of its plants, actually several, because of employees to the tune of hundreds at these facilities, which employ 2,000 or 3,000 or 4,000 people, testing positive for COVID-19. It's been a similar situation at other plants. Tyson says that it's causing a serious problem because farmers cannot get their livestock to the market. We're talking about millions and millions of pigs, chickens, cattle destroyed or otherwise not being able to be sold, and it is causing a major break in the food chain. The company says they had to close operations at their largest pork plant in Iowa. They've also closed plants temporarily, mind you, but still in Washington, Indiana, and other states. And this follows JBS, Smithfield, and other meat processing plants, which have already had to do so as well. And real quickly, we are a nation watching a handful of states start to come back online. Are they doing it too early? Tennessee, Montana, Mississippi as well, all allowing some businesses to reopen today. Here in Kentucky, it was some health services and doctor's offices and the like, not businesses like Tennessee and these states are doing. Alaska, Oklahoma, Georgia already did so late last week, letting up on the restrictions of businesses, even though health officials are saying it's too early to do so. Not everyone, of course, in agreement with that. Tennessee has been stable now as far as numbers go for 2 weeks following additional testing that has been done there, like Kentucky's. They were letting restaurants reopen today at 50% capacity in the majority of their counties. Not all, about 5 or 6 counties were not allowed to do so, as they were, I believe, considered hot spots. And real quickly, before we go to our governor, 5 ARH healthcare clinics in several counties, including Floyd and Morgan, have expanded testing to the general public. This is free. It is Monday through Friday during the normal business hours of ARH, the Archer Clinic, Viral Respiratory Clinic in Floyd County, and their Primary Care Associates Clinic in Floyd County, Morgan County, ARH as well. They are getting enough tests to do up to 70, I believe, each day, and they're getting their results back in 1 to 2 days. No appointments necessary, no symptoms necessary either. You can just go show up and be tested, which they are encouraging folks and people to do. Well, here is now your governor, updating, of course, the Commonwealth over the course of the weekend and in tonight's address. In his address yesterday, another 202 confirmed cases, 3 more Kentuckians' lives lost, 4,074 cases, and a total of 208 deaths. Before tonight's numbers, the governor outlining several phases of reopening healthcare and businesses, saying that we are not going to, as a state, rush this like he believes other states are. In unemployment, 150,000 more claims were processed just last night, about 282,000 filed just in March, and of course we know about 500,000 cases of unemployment here in the state of Kentucky. They hope to have a new phone number for anyone who has not received their unemployment yet to be accessible to you as soon as possibly tomorrow. In regards to health care, which was allowed to open up in an early phase today, all the details, a very long list, can be found on KentuckyCovid19.ky.gov on their website. The governor and Dr. Stack are going through those today, how we will continue moving forward to encourage and utilize telemedicine, how we will, of course, as well be utilizing separators and dividers, enhanced sanitizing, how healthcare providers are responsible for having their own PPE, masks, and the like, and that they will have to have a 2-week supply, I believe it was, before they will be able to reopen. And he is suggesting that all Kentuckians wear masks, not N95 surgical masks, but cloth masks when out in the public and with anyone other than essentially our family or ourselves. As far as healthcare, we are starting phase 1. Now, this is not the same as the federal government's rollout, but here the state phase 1 of healthcare is starting today, starting to open up some medical facilities without waiting rooms, of course, and the like. Phase 2, which will allow some outpatient ambulatory surgery and invasive procedures, is set to begin in Kentucky on May the 6th, and then the next phase the following week on the 13th. The details of all those, again, on the state's COVID-19 website. The governor urging us all not to become complacent just because we are starting to see some things go back online.
So that will be, again, phased in, phase 1, gradual, strict guidelines, making sure we do it safely, starting May 11th, but also working up each week with some additional things coming online. And remember, even in your own business, if you're in one of those weeks, you should phase in very gradually. We had a proposal that I saw today from, I think it was Maritime Manufacturers, that was exactly what we're looking for. It was very responsible. It was exactly what we're looking for, that same phased in approach, and really thinking through education to employees and the way that we do things differently. All right, so we have our numbers today, and for the most part, they are very good news, though they are certainly impacted by when labs are closed and when they report. So we'll have to watch tomorrow and even on Wednesday, and that's why we got to kind of balance these out on a 3-day average, or sometimes even a little more. Because we had that day where we went over 300, the day before and the day after weren't over 300. So remember, we're not just taking every day individually, we're looking at it all together. So today, I'm announcing that we have 87 new cases of COVID-19. This is the lowest number I think we've had, maybe even in a couple weeks, or certainly one of the lower numbers. Again, we can't read too much into that because of the reporting, but unless we have a really large jump over the next couple days on the average, I think we have certainly plateaued, and my hope is that very soon we will be headed into our decline. Again, it's everybody wants to be in a decline. Everybody wants to be out of it. I want to be out of it. But to say that we are not peaking, that's a very good thing. That we are plateauing, another really good thing, and that we hope to either be in or see a decline soon, that's a third good thing. Remember, there's light at the end of the tunnel. But it's going to take work and patience to get there. But I see it, and I'm hopeful. So we have 87 new cases, and then we're adding another statistic we report now, which is probable cases. We have one probable case on top of the 87 new cases. And I'll talk about that a little more when we get into some of the other data. So after we remove 15 duplicates or people out of state or who don't meet the state guidelines, our total number of cases is 4,146. All right, so our total number tested, this shows you, if you look at yesterday, that part of what we see today is not a lot of reporting. 48,799, right? So that's one of our smallest jumps in total number of tests. We're going to have a whole lot come in based on gravity at the end of the week here in the next couple days.
And, of course, also among tonight's update, 5 more Kentuckians who've died as a result of COVID-19. Also, 1 case considered probable at this time, counting which would bring our total to 214 lives lost. Again, if you're interested in knowing all the details about the separate phases of rollout for medical and other operations here in Kentucky, go to kycovid19.ky.gov. From there, let's talk about your Licking Valley RECC outlook. We've got some storms in the forecast. We've also, after those last few bumps of the month of April, got a pretty decent first weekend of May just around the corner. We'll start off with tonight, of course, a low of 49 degrees, and we're going to see clouds on the increase tonight, not making any rain yet. That's to come starting as soon as tomorrow, possibly. Cloudy skies tonight, clouds on the increase, and a light southerly wind, 5 miles per hour, so in a low of 49. Pretty much average, not too shabby. Decent end to what was turned out to be a pretty nice day, certainly compared to the weekend. A little cool to start, but anyway, going on to tomorrow, we will see the 70s. We will see scattered showers during the early morning hours. We've only got about a 30% shot, and it's only up until about 9, 10, 11 in the morning. So a small, narrow window of some showers tomorrow morning. Then we should see skies start to clear rather quickly. We'll see some sunshine. We should hit right around 73 for your Tuesday, and we'll wind it up down on a nice note as far as the rain is concerned. Mostly cloudy skies Tuesday night, and nothing more than a wind out of the south of 3 to 6 miles per hour, and 54 degrees for tomorrow night's low. So a little bit of a glancing blow in the morning, but that is not what we're going to see midweek and into your Wednesday night. Wednesday, showers and thunderstorms possible mainly after 1 o'clock. Temperatures will fall down to about 65. Winds out of the southwest, 8 to 10 on average, up to 32 miles per hour. Showers and thunderstorms, a pretty good shot, a likelihood for this Wednesday. 68 and 45, your high and low. That system rolls right on out of here and leaves us with, after maybe a few lingering showers up until about 7 in the morning, and maybe a little bit scattered throughout the rest of the day, but not too severe. We'll see pretty much mostly cloudy and 54 on your Thursday, and drying conditions down to maybe a 20% chance of some lingering showers, mainly before 8 o'clock or so Thursday night, and a low of 42. Friday looks to be a nice rebound, 65 and sunny, lows of 46, a nice end to the work week for those of you who get to end your work week on Friday. And for your weekend, not too bad. Sunny, mostly sunny, 75 on your Saturday. Saturday is a keeper. Late that night, a 20% chance of showers that will linger into your Sunday and Monday of next week with still partly sunny skies and still mid to upper 70s. It's going to wrap it up for this Monday. I hope it was a show that was on. I won't know until I get up from the chair. It appeared as though everything was working. A new process here, like I said at the very top of the program, that eliminates a bit of a bottleneck in the production that I have done here for years, and I've been working for years to try to streamline that and eliminate that one little area. And tonight's the first show. Hopefully the rest from here on out that will be like that, and hopefully we'll be on a little more closer to 6 o'clock each and every weeknight, unless there is some really breaking or other news. And also digitally, I think a bit of a sharper picture as well, a little bit clearer audio as we've been tweaking as well. So significant advancement. It might take me a day or two to get all the tweaks worked out of. Regardless, glad to have you here, and hope to see you back here tomorrow night. Thanks for watching.